I'm not trying to make friends, I'm trying to make money. What do you get when you combine strong business instincts with sharp communication skills? A leader can turn technology companies into billions and turn small cupcake companies into millions. You get Mr. Wonderful, aka Kevin O'Leary. He is a Canadian businessman known for transforming small companies into major powerhouses within the business industry. The leader I'll be talking about today is Kevin O'Leary. Born in Quebec, Canada, Kevin is a successful entrepreneur, investor, and a celebrity in the show Shark Tank. He is also the CEO of O'Shares Investments and the co-founder and the founder of O'Leary Fine Wines. On Shark Tank, Kevin is an investor and a mentor. He listens to business pitches, asks hard-hitting questions, and makes investment decisions that often transform businesses to the next level. While some see him as too harsh or too direct, many entrepreneurs know him as someone who helps their companies grow and reach the next level. To better understand Kevin O'Leary's leadership, I will be applying CAT's 3-skill model, which breaks down his leadership into 3 parts: human, technical, and conceptual skills. This model fits Kevin perfectly because it demonstrates deep knowledge in investing, strong people skills, and sharp long-term vision. Who is Kevin O'Leary? Kevin O'Leary was born on July 9th, 1954 in Quebec, Canada. His early life was modest. He grew up in a working-class family. His mother taught him about saving and investing at an early age, and she gave him a rule that he still follows today and constantly preaches it in interviews and stuff. Never spend the principal, only the interest. This lesson shaped his mindset as a future investor. In the 1980s, Kevin founded SoftKey Software Products, which produced educational software. He later sold the metal for over $3 billion. That success launched his career. Later, he started O'Shares Investments in 2015, offering smart ETF-based investment strategies. He also created O'Leary Fine Wines, reflecting his passion of wine and branding. That you can see he mentions it numerous times on the show Shark Tank. Today, Kevin serves as the chairman of multiple companies and remains as a top investor on the show Shark Tank. He is in a venture capitalist, meaning that he invests in small businesses for exchange of equity of the business, which helps the company overall grow to the next level. Personally, I look up to Kevin not because he's rich or famous or on the show Shark Tank, but because how hard he worked to get to where he is now. He didn't inherit success, he built it. He believes in brutal honesty and doing what it takes to succeed. And that mindset gives me motivation as a college student to push through my own challenges and become a leader in my own way. I will now be breaking down CAT's 3-skill model and how it connects to Kevin. First, technical skills. Kevin's business career proves his incredible technical knowledge, from founding and selling billion-dollar companies to evaluating hundreds of businesses on Shark Tank. But he's built a deep understanding of finance, operations, and strategy from this. For example, he founded the Learning Company, which became a major educational software supplier. Selling it for $4.2 billion shows how strong his skills are in growing and managing companies. He uses these skills not just to grow his own business, but to teach others how to do the same. Human skills. While Kevin may come across blunt or over-aggressive in the show, but he's really great at building long-term relationships with companies. On the show Shark Tank, entrepreneurs who partner with him often praise how helpful and supportive he is behind the scenes, that not a lot of people see because they only see him on the show when people are pitching to him. A great example of this is Wicked Good Cupcakes. After Kevin invested into the company, the sales reached over $14 million in 2017. This kind of success comes from trust and collaboration. Kevin doesn't sugarcoat things, but he helps partners grow, both as business leaders and as people. Conceptual skills. What really sets Kevin apart is his long-term thinking. This is one of the parts I really, really like about him, is that he does not think 1 to 2 years for a company and how they can grow, but he thinks 5, 10, 15 years into the future, which is what you're supposed to do. Thinking of new trends, what might change in the economy. He calculates all these different things when he's investing or evaluating a company. What a lot of sharks do is they only look 1 or a few years out, and then when 10 years goes by, the company failed, and they wonder why the company failed. This rarely happens with Kevin because of his long-term thinking, which gives him an edge over all the other sharks and which makes him stand out as such a great leader and mentor to pick on the show. In a CNBC interview, Kevin said, "You need to understand the long-term vision of a company, not just in the next 12 months." That big picture mindset is exactly what Kat's 3 skill models meant by conceptual skills, seeing how different parts of businesses fit together in a larger strategy. Strengths and weaknesses. Every leader has their own strengths and weaknesses within themselves. Not everyone's perfect. Kevin O'Leary has many strengths as a leader. He's analytical, decisive, and brutally honest. 3 things you want as a leader and a role model. He doesn't let emotions cloud his judgment and always focuses on the facts. This helps him make smart investment decisions. He's also a clear communicator. Even when his words seem tough, his goal is to teach others and help them succeed in the business industry. But no leader is perfect. Kevin has some weaknesses too. His blunt communication style can turn people off or make them feel discouraged about themselves. Not everyone responds well to his tough criticism. In some situations, be more empathetic or patient might help build trust faster. Another critique is that sometimes he prioritizes efficiency over empathy, cutting straight to the bottom line when others might need support or reinsurance. Still, Kevin's honesty and confidence are a part of what makes him effective as a leader. He's not afraid to challenge people and push them to be better. And in the world of business, this kind of leadership can be the difference between failure and success. There's another thing that I read too, that Kevin, when he sold his company for $4 billion to Mattel, there was some backlash, which caused a bunch of financial burdens on him and also his ex-employees. And there was a quote that he stated that really stuck with me when I read it, is that he didn't even feel bad for himself. He felt bad for all the people that had worked for him, which goes to show that he truly does care about the people who works for him and that he truly wants to build strong, long-lasting relationships with these people. A lot of people who would sell their company for $4 billion wouldn't really care about the people who worked for them before and wouldn't really care about the financial burdens for them. But Kevin does, which makes him stand out as such a strong leader. In conclusion, Kevin O'Leary is more than just a businessman. He's a sharp, unapologetic leader who gets results. Kat's 3 skill model helps us see why. His technical skills allow him to grow companies from the ground up. His human skills, through sometimes masked by his directness, help him build strong partnerships. And his conceptual vision helps him lead companies towards long-term success. Kevin once said, "There's a huge difference between being rich and being wealthy. Wealth is measured in time, not dollars." That quote captures the way that he values not just quick profits, but building something that lasts. His leadership is built on the idea that success comes from strategy, truth, clarity, and not from pleasing others. Whether he's helping an entrepreneur scale a cupcake business or explaining why a pitch won't work, Kevin leads with precision and purpose. And to me, that's what a true leadership is all about. He shows that you don't have to be soft-spoken to be supportive, and you don't have to be everyone's friend to make long-lasting impacts. So when I think about it in my own journey, I take inspiration from Kevin's approach: be honest, be smart, and always keep the long-term goal in mind. Because as he said on Shark Tank, business is war. I go into battle every day. And with that right skills and mindsets, we can all become the kind of leaders who we are ready for that challenge. Thank you.